Okay, so welcome everybody. We're gonna talk about key levels today. Our main focus gonna be on key levels, on how to draw them, or how to use it on our trades. That's a most of the time is you know kind of the best support or the main support or resistance that people use, or I don't know, some type of zones they put it because it was so many touches on over there. And it's for us it's just the price, and we look at how price work on them, so you'll get a better understanding on them. Before I go and draw them for you, I'm just gonna go through a structure really quick on how do we actually look for trades. Shout out to Mark English for the knowledge he shared for us. So as you can see here, I draw it for you. I draw these EMAs too. It was funny, but so let's say you have peak formation low down here, that's being that's formed, and when the price moves up, there's gonna be a cross of your 250 moving average, which we call it catch up and Mayo. The reason I put this retest before the cross, because it's so many times happening. I tell you the reason. And then market moves up, come back, trying to stop on the buyers, induce sellers off the Mayo, which we call it safety trade. And then at the end, which market trying to make a trap zone or a peak formation high, usually make a signature trade as its famous wedge formation, false breakout, and then reverse the market. But why am I showing you this? You already know it. Because I want you to see and understand what you're looking for. When you see a peak formation low, I want you to understand what's your decision till you see a possible peak formation high. That's very important. Don't look for the pattern. Like, I don't want you to see, oh, that's ECR, or should I, safety trade, that's, I don't know, 30-30, whatever the name is it. I know they worked the low, they're moving it to the high. So I'm just buying for now, which usually we look at it, by the cross of these two. That's our luck for the, that the peak formation has been locked, set. But in course of, coming back to the Mayo or the blueberry, you will see false crosses too. That's why I want you to understand this, and don't just trade by the crosses. You understand that they're coming to retest or bounce, or they're forming a high. You need to be able to identify the difference between these two, in order to be able to trade this method, right? So I'm just gonna stop it right here, and we go make those key levels. So how do we draw them? I go personally in the weekly. I know there is indicators for it. I don't use it. I don't trust them. I trust my own, drawing. So let's, the highest point of price from 2014 and the lowest till 2011 was this range. So I draw this range for you. The nearest round number here is 200. By the way, pair is GBP JPY. I chose one of the most violent one for you guys to see how easily we trade it, no problem at all. It's violent for retail traders, not us. So that's our monthly. The first, the round number 200, that's my monthly level. and then 1000 pip. Wait 1 second, I think. Yeah. So, and then 1000 pip from this monthly. It's gonna be here, which is 190. So that's my next monthly level. And so on. 180, 170. $150. I'm not saying it so you guys can just focus it. 130, and the last one that it looks is 120. So we just put this here, and apparently the same one is our peak formation low. Isn't it interesting? So we go for the weekly, which is in middle of this. But I mentioned in our group chat that these lines is also kind of based Fibonacci of the market. So let's say that's the high. I put it to the low. 50% Fibonacci right now is our weekly, which is 195. So I make it 195, make it a different color, and type it weekly. And same thing right here, goes 185. I know it's boring, trust me, it's gonna be fun later. I drew these on last week on 15 pair. Just trust me on this. And so basically from here to here, 25 and 75% Fibonacci, which is in middle of each of these lines, will be our daily levels. So I put one here, which is 7.5. Oops. And then we make it more clear. Daily. And the same thing right here will be 192.5. That's like one of the hardest thing you can ever do in MetaTrader 4. I'm just giving you a heads up. think that's enough because we don't even have enough data to go over on the 15 minutes chart. All right, that's pretty enough. Yeah. So that's how it is. What am I doing? It's just two left. I'll draw this. Yeah. So we go to the 4-hour chart. I don't trade 4-hour chart. I want to show you something. You see how price react in our levels. You see how they're, how it can be used perfectly to see where the price is moving. On the 1-hour, you will see even more, clean setup like this, or this, or this, And on 15 minutes, of course, you will see a lot of them too. I'm gonna go to here. That's one of the, choppiest week that they had near the monthly level. I wanna open it up and see why price reacted like this here. You see market, I don't have data for here that moving averages go. So let's say market is coming up here, make this, little, come to this high and then move it all the way down. Okay. So you see the first touch, and then market came all the way down to the blueberry. What happened here in one day? So that's when you see something like this, you kind of need, to be interested about this high. That's what happening. You had these, giant movement to the high, and then suddenly one of the biggest drawdown that ever this pair had in these couple of weeks. So market comes back and start working this high. Remember, we are kind of in macro. We are looking at almost a month, right? But obviously you don't want to stop trading for a month when you see this. So here is a good news. Still, when you look at the macro, you understand that you shouldn't hold any trade. You should just, place your traders and get, if you can find any setup. How? So let's zoom in. Friday made the low on the blueberry. Monday came back to the same low and moved it up. Monday, Tuesday, what do we expect? Midweek reversal. All right, good. Here is your midweek reversal. So it's not that you can't trade it or multi-session M's. But what I mentioned at the beginning, that you have to understand the structure, what the price is doing in order to easily identify these. So you buy here, maximum gonna comes to here, or if you sold, moving averages is yours, take profit. That price is like, in a consolidation part. Even from here, yeah, when this high formed and price moved down like this, that's a confirmation for me that price gonna work this high most likely, because they don't break it. Why they don't break it? Whether they have trapped order here, or there is some big massive orders in this monthly that they can't handle it. I just read it today. Sometimes there is like, I don't know, 500-600 million dollar order up here that if they trigger the order, it's gonna be a mess for them. They're gonna lose money. So they don't come to that area. they just work on it. So they go one more time, this wick's done, they go one more time, work this high in the same exact zone. I don't trade these zones, don't get me wrong. I'm just showing you that I wanna, show you the zone. Again, come and work the same high, goes back down where? To our daily level. Just look in the same previous wick right here that I told you. The midweek reversal came near daily level and they didn't break it. Again, these are like where I'm interested to place my buy. Why? When I know there is a trap order right here, there is kind of trap order right here. I'm in, close to the low and averages. So I'm interested to buy these. Why I'm interested to buy this? Do I see any pattern? No. Do I see any specific things on it that say like, oh, that's a buy? No, I just know the structure. Market from below came to the high, working this high. I'm waiting for a clean setup to sell as well when the high is perfectly worked. How do I know it? Because none of these give me a good setup for sell other than these, that is a midweek reversal, but something out of this. Till after this W, or kind of, I can call it signature trade from this. After this signature trade, market comes all the way up very close to here. So now it's kind of interesting to sell because they did not break this high and it's kind of a big M formation, which is, if you go to the 4-hour, maybe it'd be like this, or daily, I don't know. I don't even go to those zones, but that's just a big M, and you can take advantage by knowing the structure of the market, how they move. Just think like a market maker. Don't think like a retail traders. Okay, so market came down. Why I take this trade? Because it's below the moving averages, but it's on my daily level. They can manipulate this level. So that's what I wanna say here. I trade these levels like EMA. So that's respected to my daily level, even though it's broke the 800. Price lie to the EMA, but price can't lie to my level. And if they break it, they form some setup for me. You see, when they break it, come back up, stay on the level, working the level, and then last false breakout, and then moving it up. So that make me interesting because of my level, which I'm sure nobody willing to buy here because price is below all these EMAs. They're expanding, but you shouldn't do what they're doing. You see the level, you see what they're doing, manipulating. They don't even break this low. Move on to the next. So that was our midweek reversal that went beautifully all the way up. If you missed the signature trade, that's okay. So here is the thing. For me, if I miss this entry, I'm interested to enter here. Why? because after that, when I see these low formed, I'm not worried about, my pattern anymore. When I know what's up, when I know they're moving it up, so I will take this as an entry with a zero drawdown entry, and the same day it goes to my favor, 90 something pip. Or you could have take your profit in 50 pip. Oops. 50 pip, you could have been, out. But if you don't want to get it, you can come back, you can wait for it, to price come completely above the moving averages, and then get this. It's just, these are just playing with the mentality of the retail traders. They made the damage, so they're just moving it up. So you can join again here, and I don't recommend you joining from here. The reason being, New York reversal, of course they're moving it down. Next day price below moving averages, getting far from the low, you see making higher highs. So you can take these W if you see it. Let me show you in TDI too, which this is a valid W. Remember, our pair is GBP JPY, so it moves in an Asian session. So that's our first leg. Price is out of this zone, and this one is inside. That's a valid W. Divergence is here too. So that's a perfect buy for you. From here, go all the way up. Okay. So when the price comes back above the EMAs and come along to Mayo, you will be interested again in buys. So you see how moving averages, the catch up and Mayo keep, coming down together. But when you have the low already, then you're not gonna be worried about it. You don't look for a sell here. The price is moving up. You have already this zone kind of, waiting for them to come to here, or even the zone that we showed you before. We're gonna come here too. And then you see the W's of the blueberry, W's of the Mayo. These are all your trades opportunity. So why I say moving average is it why these are better price to enter, because you get the lowest available price. You see price break the EMAs, comes right back up, one more time break it, goes right back up, and start moving up. Retest, you buy. That's 35 pip. With the 15 pip, even you could have saved you will be okay. You're still going up, but if you enter here, it's better, to come a little lower around here. It's still 20 pip to keep your stop loss below the 800 moving averages, and you will see that you'll get nice amount of pip, around 100 in Friday. So week is finished, and then we have this high Sunday, Monday, price goes up, and then as you can see, it's right at the same high that was worked on. You will see the setup. Of course, you can be excited to trade it, or you can just leave it, wait for the crosses. that's an aggressive move. You can go back to 5 minutes, get an entry. But if you be on the market, you can see that's something I want to show you. It's actually what I found recently. Let's say this is an EMA. A candle close below, another candle stays below. So after that 2 or 3 candles, you know, are below the EMAs, it's kind of showing a sell. So let's say if this one, that's by trading candlestick Bible. When price comes below the average and retested, means that price is moving down. They're respecting the EMAs. Maybe I say the wrong book, but I just read it on a book this. So that could be your sell. This candle, this candle, this candle, this candle. There's people I know trading with only 1 EMAs. So same as you knew it's a buy here, same as you knew it's a buy here, same as you knew it's a buy here, near this high, you should see the sell, you know? So price come back down, where? Same daily level. Same daily level, they don't even break it. So that shows to us that's a new, you know, it's kind of a trap at our daily level. And let's go back to the macro view. That's a giant W right here in the higher time frame. Let me make this black. That's a W from this high, from this low and this low, you know. So let me clean this a little bit. Okay. So Monday, we have the price here, and Tuesday, we look for a Tuesday reversal. And when the Tuesday reversal, it's on our daily level, that's a dead giveaway. We have this on the previous webinar too, and the GBP cat, you know, they're kind of, you know, same. So when they come to this low and they come back for the Tuesday reversal on this low, made a W right here, that's a giveaway. Sorry guys, that's a giveaway. And you could enter at your daily right here. So how do I trade it? Personally, the way I use it, when I see market is coming back, you know, these heavily to the around the daily, I put a pending order on the daily with like 10 to 15 pips stop loss. So right here, 15 pips stop loss, probably I would be out at the first time. Yes, and then for the second time, I would be enter again, but probably manual. I'll be enter, you know. So in here, price goes up. We look for a midweek reversal. That you see it's coming in here of the Monday's high. We're still in the same consolidation box kind of in here, but we don't get trapped and we keep making money, you know, because we are not a swing trader, we're a day trader. But we have a macro view, not by going to a different time frame, but by just knowing it from the higher pictures, you know. So you had the cross in here, so you look for the buys. When the price come back in here, makes a low, come back to this low again and again, that's your buys. Why? Because you don't see a peak high forming yet, so you're still looking for buy. Price still, you know how many wicks is price failing to break this daily to go completely down, so you're looking for buy. I buy here, I can buy here, you know. You can count it as a W, you know. I'm just showing you that you have to find what you're comfortable with, you know. Price come back up. I don't trade the Fridays mostly, but if you wanted to trade, you can see that they came below all the moving averages, retest them, cross of this below the Mayo. In here you could get caught on buy. That's why I don't trade the Friday, because in here I look for buys, not a sell, unless that I see this that I be a little concerned, which is almost end of the day. So try not to trade Friday unless you know what you're doing, or accept the losses easily. New week start, now price is below the EMAs. We had the cross here. Monday make a low and a high. In Tuesday, market go right back up to the blueberry, makes a high, and the next day comes around the high and reverse it down. That kind of tells me this cross is valid after 2 days. That now look for the sell. I was still looking for buy. Sorry, I was still looking for Tuesday. Probably I would have predicted to come here, make a W and go up, which they didn't come. They just moved it up. So the possible trade for me was a buy from this candle to these EMAs. You know, I would buy this because I'm looking to buy. Still, I'm not trusting this. But after this forming here, price failed to break the, you know, failed to go further and comes to here and go down. That's kind of telling me this cross is valid. I'm not just because these crossing, I'm not buying or selling. I used to say that, but I'm not doing it anymore. So after this, price comes, oh sorry, oh actually this Zoom is being finished, guys. I'm gonna send you another one. It's in 5 to 10 minutes. Have a break, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, we're back. So we're here. We kind of got our confirmation that this cross is valid, and now I want you to see what's happened to this high. Now we are making lower high, you know, so it's more confirmation for us now to stop buying and look for selling. Okay, even if we predicted this, that is gonna come down and then go to the up, was not right. We could have get this, but in here, let's take a look at TDI too. We want to confirm this kind of M. The first leg kind of, you know, it is in, but I personally want to get this. But if you get this as a first leg, you will have it out of this, and the second one inside, you know, kind, and then you look for sell. The better sell in my mind is when the price comes below all these EMAs. I wait for this safety trade on my daily, you know, and that's a perfect one that you can get, you know, this one, sorry, it's a perfect one you can get. M formation on the mayo and the blueberry, which is gonna give you nice amount of pips right here. Even if you don't trust it, you know, I'm willing to enter right here for sell. But if you're not willing to take it, price comes below all the moving averages I just explained there, and then retest them and the daily line. So let's count this as where you want to sell. Come on. 15 pip stop loss gonna give you 165 pip. So you could have catch this. If you didn't, you could catch this or this. 167. So many people are happy to have it in a week, but you can have it easily on a, you know, month. Sorry, a day. So we look still for the sell. The Friday, I'm not trading it. If you did, good for you. I hope you could get something out of this. Monday, price comes all the way up. Before I used to not trade Monday, but now I look at it. If I see some good setup, I take it. If not, just forget it. So price, as I said, I do use these dailies like an EMA. I trade them like an EMA. Let's see if I'm crazy. So price break the 800, right, to the daily and didn't break it. Okay, buy a sell candle. 15 pip stop loss as it's a GBP pairs, 15 to 20 pip, and I survived. For how many pip? 141 in the first day. And if I could keep them in a little more, 200, which I'm gonna be out here, by the way. But now you see that I can actually use the daily as an EMA. But remember your stop losses on the GBP pairs. These are a little, you know, crazy, but we can easily, you see 15 pip, if you get a retail trader trading 15 with 15 pip stop loss on a GBP JPY, I'll be his student. Because I was before and they come along, like if they want to enter here, their stop loss need to be here or here or here. I don't know, around like minimum 60 pip. Like let me count it here for you. Let's say they want to enter here. That's 25 pip. It's 57, 72, and that looks like 185, 86 pip. So I'm never gonna use that much of a stop. That's my take profit. So if you didn't want to enter here, price goes right above it, come below it, and then, you know, playing around it. Let's see what TDI does here. Okay, interesting. In here, price kind of our first leg above and the second leg completely in, divergence. That's your information right there. This, I keep, when I see situation like this, or when I see situation like this, I press that sell or keep button till my broker says no money. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you what I do, because that's the time to eat. In W here, Tuesday reversal, daily level, or, you know, creating a high on the daily level, on the EMA, When I see 10 pip, 5 pip profit, I start selling. I start selling till I don't have any more money. Sell, 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 sell. Okay, no money. Profit, 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 profit. Close, 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 close. That's how it goes. Kill the broker. That's your job. So next day after these, so let's say you closed here. You wake up tomorrow, you see you are here. What do you expect them? There's all retails are seeing it as a sell, so expect them to come up. Inducement, come back up. Inducement again for sells because they see it as a retest of whatever, and then going back down. Last time, you can sell this. You can sell this when it respected to Mayo, or you can wait for the second leg. You're never gonna see it until tomorrow. So that's, I'm a day trader. I'm telling you so many times this. So if I find a sell, a buy candle below EMA that give me 10, 15 pip stop loss at the moving average or above, I'm buying it. I'm selling it, sorry. Or on the other way, I'm buying it. And quickly I'll get 97 pip. You see, I'm not talking about get this 20 pip. It's 97 pip. You can triple your account with it, no problem. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, market made an M above the Mayo. So you see, I'm expecting market to do something to come in the blueberry, to be honest. Why? Because of the midweek reversal to come back here, but they don't. So what I do, I see them break it, stay above it, make the M. Okay, how's my TDI looks? TDI looks great. First leg, second leg inside, all right. So you see these engulfing candles. If you're not happy, I'm just not giving you this as entry, like exact entry, which I do, because I know some people want more confirmation, even though it's completely confirmed in my mind. So for those, you wait for the market comes below the moving average, retest it, retest it. So these are your, if you wait for here, you don't have balls for trading. You gotta enter, man. You gotta enter here. You gotta enter here. You gotta enter here. If you waited for all of this, but don't let the opportunity goes away. You know, when you see the harder they work the high, the faster they move it down. I don't know if that makes sense for you. When they manipulate a lot at the high, then they move it fast because they want to kill those accounts that they're willing to do, right? So that's our entry comes down for another day. You could have just entered in here and hold it for the rest of the week, but I don't do it. I'm trying, but I don't do it. So you could catch 141 first day, hold it 200, hold it 315, and then 460. It's pretty damn good. So you entered here. If you didn't, you could have entered here and come down. That alone was 185 pip trade. Next day, again, when the day finished, you don't just expect to sell easily. You wait for price action on some important place, like Mayo, like Blueberry, or daily, weekly, or monthly key level. So what happened here? Just exactly what happened here. That's what happened. Right here. Let me put this completely straight. I waited, entered profit. Again, I waited, set up, enter, profit. Again, how do I know these? How can I predict this? Because I know what happens in the market. I know where price is heading. I know price is moving down, and I'm not looking to buy till I don't see a possible peak formation. So same thing again, price came up to the daily and 100 EMA, made that W. Let's keep it like this, so it's gonna be beautiful, but you could get out of the trade here, which is not bad, still 80 pip. So you see, that's how easy you can predict the market. That's how easy you can predict the price. Price is going to 200 moving average, or going to 800 moving average, or going to weekly moving average. So I give the market 3 chance. I sell here. I might lose because they want to come to Mayo. Okay, I give a chance here. I lose. I don't enter here till I get a chance to here. So after 3 lose, I'm out, you know. I see in the chat, yeah, someone, okay, yeah, you got the answer. It's a JPY pair, so they moved in the Asian session. If you're willing to trade Australian dollar, JPY, and NZD, there is a specific times, you know, around Asian session that, you know, if you backtest it, you'll get the time. It's around 9 p.m. Eastern time that they move it before London, you know, which is, yeah, right here. You see, this is Asian session. So you wake up in London here, you can enter here. But for me, it's a perfect timing. I can just take a look at my Asian pairs before I go to sleep, and then I wake up in profit. It's damn good, isn't it? So you see how exact trade we took 3 times and got almost, you know, 600 pip out of it. New week start. I'm a little, since we are close to this daily, let me just delete these guys. So now I'll think about this when price comes to Monday. I say, okay, there's 2 things can happen. They go to Mayo or the daily level and the blueberry, and then move it down, or that was it. How can I know? So Monday price don't even come close to it. EMAs start flattening. We see a Tuesday reversal, M formation, that I can assure you it's a valid one. As you can see, one is about outside, one is down. So it's a valid Tuesday reversal. It gives you 100 pip. So why I'm showing you this, because I show you how you can actually trade it. We don't know this. Now we are looking at it, but at the time when the market is here, you don't know it. So in here, I predict the market that is going to Mayo, or when I see these weekly key level close to here, and this one as well. So these EMA is gonna move down a little bit. So I'm waiting to see what price does near the EMAs. Okay, price came, all flattening out. So I rather not trade it for now. Let's see what happened. Monday made the high. Okay. Tuesday made the came to the high, made the M. Let's sell. Okay. Boom. Profit. You know. So you close it here because there's finished New York reversal, of course, you know, and you see you have to wait for price to see what's happening. So price continue going up. You got the cross here. Okay, I told you I'm interested about this. Price jumped out of here, didn't come back. One more time, didn't break it. I'm excited to see what's happening. I had a good amount of trade here. I sold enough. I think it's time to buy. So I see the cross. I see the cross. If if I be really positive about this buy, I would buy here right after this W. I buy right after price came above the 14. You see, I'm not making you to look for exact setup. I want you to understand the market structure, that when something happened, what's happening to the rest, what's gonna comes in order that low. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So let's say low form. I want price. I think price is going up. They didn't break it, made the W, and they didn't come even close. I wanna buy, so I buy 10 people stop loss, and you write it. You don't want to have it overnight. Okay, Asian session, you see price is still coming up, momentum is up, so you buy one of these. But if you're extremely patient, you wait for this, no problem. I congratulate you for being that much of a patient. And you see the manipulation happening. You could have been out in here's anywhere if you bought here. The reason being 800 moving average and the weekly. You see, that could be your take profit. Probably was in use. Take profit. And then when you see the price action, you just wait. Price come back to the Mayo, made a W. Is the W valid? Absolutely. First leg outside, second leg still kind of outside, but I would take it if I wanted. If I see this price comes here, these, let me show you the exact candle I want to buy. Price comes down, 3 candle, try to break them, not successful, retest. I buy this sell candle right here with my 10 to 15 people stop loss, and I don't even see drawdown. And I'm just writing. Notice what it was. It was kind of midweek reversal. They have it, they coming, they showing down, and then move it up. So now we are in a buy cycle. You could hold it for, when you enter New York, you can hold it to the next New York, obviously, and catch 270 pip, which is amazing. So market, you expect the market every day to come to one of these EMAs, and you can choose whatever setup you're comfortable with. That's Friday, I'm not in. But in here, when I see price going like this and they've been in the Mayo, I know they're not gonna come in the Mayo soon. So they're just gonna go. In here I expect them, which is Friday. So no, Monday we observe. W formed, you can buy. If you don't want it, just don't do it. It's up to you. So Tuesday, market comes to the low, kind of, but in the Mayo. So they come to the low, induce people's, I don't know, to sell, or this more of a stop hunt to me, and to the daily. So one more time, it shows you what exactly I said. You can have a pending order when you see they're coming crazily down. They could just stop here and go, but we just survive. That's 18 pip. So as I said, when you can have it, please put it below the EMA. So for that time, 25 pip stop loss would be enough. The goal of the stop is not losing more than what you want, but at the same time, I'm a little more dynamic with my stop loss, because at the same time I don't want my stop loss to stop me from making profit. That's, most of the time stop loss is a stop profit as well, because with a bad stop loss you're just gonna lose the opportunity. If you want to stick to 10 pip, if you want to stick to 15 pip, no matter what, then you have to look for a lot of re-entry. But for me, I see, before I enter, I see, okay, if they come to the moving average, it's gonna be 23, so I go for 25 pip stop loss. If the key level was here and I see there is 30 pip to the moving averages, I wouldn't enter. If it was here, definitely. And I put 20 stop loss, trying to make myself more safe, right? So have it in mind. Don't use your stop loss as a stop profit. And then you're riding again to the 100, and they come back again. As you can see, it's they are kind of back to the same level, close to this monthly. And that's kind of funny, because that's almost end of it. We have just 1 week left. That still price is not reaching that 150 on the GBP JPY. And that's, just have it on your mind that GBP JPY 150, it's not being broken. I think if anytime soon they break that level, they're not gonna reverse it back down. I think there is some orders over there that it's not good for market maker. Let's say it that way. So based on weekly cycle, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday make the highs and then reverse it down. So that was the weekly cycle, kind of reverse, that you could be aware. You could buy this. Let's see if this W was valid too. Was valid. How many pip? 50, which is not satisfying on the GJ for me, but you could have buy it. And on Friday, better not to trade it, because they show their hand on the next week so many times. And that's the cross happens here. You in Monday, you wait to see what's happening. Because of this price being close to that monthly level for me, I'm looking for sell. So in Monday, that's actually the trade. We were talking about it in GBP CAT with Charles. That was exactly where we had the webinar last week, and I told you guys that this we're gonna see what happened Monday. When gap happened, I would expect them to come to Mayo, to be honest, fill the gap, come to Mayo, and then move it down. But they did came down here, went up to the 100 moving average, and then we caught this sell right here on the GBP CAT, which is a kind of same cross. I had my stop loss, I think 15 to 20 pip above this 800 average, and we caught this 100. We got 100 out of this 114 pip. The reason was just we knew this price level is the price the market reversed. We got the cross. Price went below the daily level, comes to retest all of those kind of. So it was a sell for us, very obvious. And then Tuesday they start coming up. I think I sold here. I gotta tell you guys, I sold here. I forgot about the gap fill myself. I got stopped out. But what we saw after was a beautiful kind of, I want to show you this. You see this? You see this? That's what exactly you're seeing it right here on a macro. You see this? They don't break it in wicks. So that's just in the course of the week. Same exact thing. They don't break it. What are we looking for? Sell, right? So market, now all EMAs are flattening out. So this day was the day that Brexit news was canceled. So it was very choppy. I think we still got this amount, this I think was our trade that we got. And then this crazy thing, we were out of market. And this crazy day, I'm so mad that I missed it, but it's okay. Market came up, made the M, very small little M, but valid M. And then came below all the EMAs, daily level, retest all of them. That was your entry right here for 300 pip, 15 pip stop loss, 300 pip. Just type in the chat if it's not amazing. You know, and that's kind of it. That was the best trade of last week. Then the market was just playing around. I'm personally looking for, a little more down to daily level, but we're gonna see what happened in Monday. Yep, that's it. I'm gonna send you my prediction on GJ after Monday, did something so far. That's what I see. And I'm kind of sure that this gonna happen. But we're still gonna look for a Monday to see what's up. All right, I hope you guys liked it. If you have any question, because I need this recording, let me stop it, and then we're gonna answer your questions. 1 second.